What's poppin', everybody? This is the cartoon kid, Ray Rawlins, and I guess you could say, wrapping up Valentine's Day week with, of course, on February 14th. What else are we gonna do? But our favorite series, Mr. SpongeBob SquarePants, and we're doing an episode from season one. Episode, ironically enough, I want to say it's 14. It's called Valentine's Day, right? Interesting name. But of course, with this being one of the classic episodes of SpongeBob, I'm sure a lot of people who have clicked on this video probably know what it is. But just in case you don't, we have Alex Payne here to give us that episode breakdown before we start breaking it down. So, what happens in this episode?
Well, this is a Christmas episode. And no, but it's a Valentine's Day episode, just because of the name, obviously. And I'm not gonna waste too much time on the premise. Basically, SpongeBob has this big epic Valentine's plan for Patrick, but a lot of shit goes wrong, and he has to try and make up some sort of substitute. But it doesn't really work out too well because Patrick doesn't enjoy it, and Patrick's questioning SpongeBob's love for him, and which sounds kind of gay. But but it all comes out fine in the end. My first thoughts of this episode is that I always thought this was a newer episode than it was.
That's what I thought too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's
And
why I thought this probably came out like season 4 or something. Never
I
would have
thought
thought it came out in the first season.
I thought it was like friggin' season 6 or something if you'd have
Damn,
randomly
that
asked me.
recent for real?
Yeah, I thought it was really a newer episode. But I never really found this episode very interesting. I always thought this was kind of a boring episode. And I
Oh
have another
wow.
like, why does this episode seem so dark? I don't mean like in terms of content. I mean like in terms of color and shit. It just
See,
looks so
that's what I
dark.
thought too, because I thought I was tweaking. Like, obviously, on one of the Courage the Cowardly Dog episodes, it seemed a little bit lighter. But you're right, that episode looks a lot darker. Who knows? Maybe it's gloomy out, maybe it's rainy out. I don't. It was not rainy, obviously, but yeah, it definitely does look darker for sure. I do have to. My first thought is, man, SpongeBob's hooking everybody up on Valentine's Day. Everybody. I wish SpongeBob was my friend, but it made me think it's like, dude, you're an adult, and even then, like, I find it weird, especially for like men to get other men shit for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, kid or not. I find that shit weird. Obviously, it's a kid's cartoon, and you don't want to display that little premise, but it's just like, because you think about it today.
It's a
If you don't have a,
relationship day, man.
it is. That's what I'm about to say. If you're not in a relationship, you don't have a significant other, if male or female, or male, female, female. Either way, it's just like you shouldn't be getting anybody shit for Valentine's Day. So best believe I'm not getting you nothing for Valentine's Day because you my friend. Hell no, I ain't spending no money on you.
I
You know
think
I'm your friend every day, ho.
I
So
think it's even weirder when people get their mom shit for Valentine's Day.
yeah, yeah. I know my buddy's mom usually gets him something for Valentine's Day because he never has a girlfriend. That's me. I don't have a girlfriend, so my mom gets me things for. Nah, anyway,
He's not joking.
let's get on the moments. What are some of your standout moments in this episode?
Like I said, I find this episode kind of boring, so I don't really have too many standout moments. I have two
Okay.
moments that I want to mention though. I guess this is a standout moment for me is when Patrick grabbed the guy and tossed him a cricket
Yeah.
across the
Well,
the
was that at the
I guess
beginning where he's like, "Is it this guy?" And then Sponge was like, "Nope." Bloop, just dropped his
no
ass.
not that one when all the people was coming and trying to thank SpongeBob for the gifts, and then
Yeah.
that last guy
Okay.
came just asking for the time, and Patrick just grabbed him and tossed him. Um, but another moment I want to mention, and I found this a really, I guess, slightly enjoyable touch was when, because normally they try to show Patrick with the Superman strength and all that other stuff. So I loved the moment when he was trying to lift up
Yeah.
the giant ride but couldn't actually do it.
Right.
So I
Right.
kind of
Right.
like that. I kind of like that he couldn't lift it.
It felt realistic, obviously.
Yeah,
They didn't give him that cartoon logic like, "Roar," and he could toss the whole thing over.
yeah.
So
So that's my two moments I'll mention for the. episode.
I gotta say, like I said, the whole idea of SpongeBob getting everybody shit for Valentine's Day, it plays a lot to his character because SpongeBob is a lovable dude. He is, no homo. Okay. Uh, but it's just like, man, it's nice to
Listen,
see.
you meant all the homo.
No, I didn't. But SpongeBob, obviously, he's everybody. Like everybody who knows the series knows that SpongeBob loves everybody. Okay, he doesn't have a mean bone in his squishy body. But it's just like, man, to see him like offer Patrick a handshake for a Valentine's Day gift, and obviously with us being the viewers, we know what's up. He's trying to, delay so Sandy can get there. But Patrick wasn't having it. He's like, here's your gift. Here's a nice handshake on Valentine's Day. Patrick was mad as shit. I don't care what. Patrick was heated. Okay. And he was like, man, hi. Boop. And, he shook SpongeBob's hand. And obviously SpongeBob played it up to be this huge, big gift. And also I got to mention too, Patrick with his freaking kiddish excitement. Like a freaking kid on Christmas. Oh, where's my gift? Where's my gift? Like happy as shit. And just to see him freaking basically bother SpongeBob to hell about his gift, and SpongeBob trying to coordinate everything in the background with Sandy. It's just like, man, SpongeBob, you was one smart mother sucker. I will say that. I personally feel that Patrick was more annoying in this episode than he was in a Monday's episode. If you ask me. Like, yeah, this is season 1, so obviously this is old school Patrick. But if you compare this Patrick in this episode, Valentine's Day, to the one in Tunnel of Glove, then you're able to see that, obviously he's way more, I guess, stupid. But it's just like, it's more to an annoying sense. Obviously they did that to play with the plot a little bit more, maybe to show that Patrick, like I said earlier, has this level of kiddish excitement where he's gonna be.
Yeah, I think it's just eagerness. If anything, I would say
eagerness. There you go. That's nice.
Because especially afterwards, like, because he was trying to give that, because he was even trying to be understanding and all that other stuff. Like that was he was being very adultish, I guess you could say.
Right.
And you would have never seen that from the Glove episode.
Yeah, true. Even when, to reference the Glove episode, when the police officer's like, hey, big guy, yo, hey, yeah, we can't let you through here, man. This ride's messed up. And then he's like, all right, I'm going to find another way to break in. So, I mean, I guess that's a bad example. But either way, Patrick, at least in my opinion, his eagerness was just over the top. And I kind of found it to be annoying. And I consider the Patrick from Tunnel of Glove is more tolerable than this one, in my personal opinion. But I freaking love that rampage he goes on. Like, yo, you just gave me a handshake for a Valentine's Day gift. Okay, now I see you getting all these other people good shit. Oh, I'm snapping. Okay, and Patrick straight up snapped. Okay, I love that. And it's just like, man, you have every right to be upset. Your homie gave you a handshake and got all these people good shit. And Sandy comes in to save the day with the big chocolate balloon. And, man, he loved it. And the balloon ended up, didn't he take like a bite out of it and the balloon ended up popping?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Which obviously is a Patrick thing to do. Dumb Patrick, yeah. I'm going to bite my chocolate balloon. Which, I mean, I guess, are you supposed to suck on it if you're not supposed to bite it? I don't know. Either way, that was all my moments from the episode. Let's get into reviews. I'm gonna let you start off first. What is your review of this episode? What are your thoughts and ratings?
Like I said, I never found this episode very interesting or enjoyable. I was kind of dreading watching it, I guess.
Oh no.
I mean, that sounds kind of a lot worse than I feel, but I mean, that's kind of, it was like, I gotta watch this one. But I think SpongeBob's character is really good in this episode, and I would say Patrick's eagerness is a bit annoying, but I think his character overall was a lot better than in this episode than in the Glove World one. Because after the eagerness was gone, everything just went back to a normal. And plus, that was understandable eagerness.
I suppose.
But anyway, I digress. But like I said, I don't know. I just don't feel that strongly towards this episode. And you just got to remember that Sandy is nuts for SpongeBob. But
that's clever. I don't care. That's clever, man. That's pretty dope.
But
what's
I
your
give
rating?
this episode, I'll give this episode I'll give it a 6. I want to give it a 5.5, but I think that, fuck it, I'll give it a 5.5.
Oh, you're going low to the ground.
It's
Um,
very slightly above average.
okay. I'll say, like I said, I somewhat enjoy this episode. Like you, it's not one of the best episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants out there. However, I think it is cool to see a play on like Valentine's Day. Like I don't know any other cartoons that really have Valentine's Day episodes. Um, shit, we just did Rick and Morty, and we had to basically say, "Yo, this discusses love and marriage and whatnot, and bad significant others." So we're gonna justify that as being applicable for this little week that we're doing.
Actually, I
But
would say a lot of cartoons have Valentine's episodes. You just don't see them like that
no,
because
you
they only
don't.
come on Valentine's Day.
You
Like I
don't,
know
and
for
that's
sure, Fairly Odd Parents has one. I know Jimmy Neutron has one.
oh man.
I'm positive Futurama has one, or at least one close
Okay,
enough.
okay. Well, I just say this. Like, I personally, like you said, we don't really take heed to them because we don't know they're out there. Like, I've been watching SpongeBob for since I want to say 2006, probably even a little bit earlier than that, to be honest with you. But I didn't know SpongeBob had a Valentine's Day episode till, well, Valentine's Day when it came on. Other than that, this episode doesn't come on Nickelodeon a lot throughout the years. So I'm guessing a lot of episodes, like I know The Simpsons has one as well, but a lot of shows do have Valentine's Day episodes, but not many of them focus on like the idea of friendship. At least that's what I'm aware of. Obviously SpongeBob, Patrick, best friends. Um, you would think that if it's a Valentine's Day episode for any series, it'd be about the protagonist trying to, I want to say, seduce the woman of his life. That sounds, too devilish for a kid's cartoon. But y'all know what I mean. Anyway, the idea of SpongeBob basically trying to find a perfect gift for his best friend and for a Valentine's Day episode is, it's interesting. It's not something I personally do. It's not something any normal man would do. Yo, hey, homie, yeah, I got you this for Valentine's Day, man. Oh, shit. Hey, I got a wife, cuh. So it's just like you don't see that in the normal world, but obviously SpongeBob loves everybody. I think if you're gonna do that with any character to make it seem somewhat normal, it'd be SpongeBob. He's a lovable dude, man, and a lot of people love him. So he's always trying to, make sure everybody's straight. Um, but overall, review wise, this episode has its interesting moments, I guess you could say. It's just not like it's not on the top of my favorite SpongeBob SquarePants episodes list. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to hit this with a nice 6 out of 10, just a little half a point above your rating because it's not one of the big SpongeBob episodes, but it is cool to see some like holiday or occasion centered as Valentine's Day. So I'm the cartoon kid, Ray Rawlins. I give this a 6 out of 10. He's Alex Payne. He gives this a 5.5 out of 10. That has been our review of SpongeBob SquarePants Season 1, Episode 14, Valentine's Day. And this is the Cartoon Kid channel where we talk cartoons and we do it daily. Toss your opinions down in the comments box below. Tell us if you like it. Tell us if you hate it. And tell us what you would rate it, all right? But until then, we will see you when we see you. Peace out, everybody.